What's happening, man?
Not a whole lot. Just chilling.
Yeah,
Just hanging out with the dogs.
very cool.
That's a cute little background you got there.
Yeah, I'm at Callie's house.
Is she a teacher or something?
No, she's just a fucking nerd.
She just likes to make little hand turkeys.
Yeah.
Nice. So a little bit of Celtics news this week. A little more action, I feel like, last week.
Yeah, we only had one summer league game last week, right?
Yeah, Summer League did wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone in particular you were really excited about?
Celtics wise or league wise?
Celtics wise. We can talk league wise after, but yeah, Celtics wise in particular.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. So I think the narrative going into the summer league was that with the Celtics had 12 roster spots and they were looking to find one vet and add two guys to the end of the bench, correct?
Yeah.
And so a lot of people were hoping that it would be Travion Williams. It would be a big. And I think what I can't remember his first name, but the Cabangeli
Yeah,
guy.
it's like one of those things. It's Mafondu, maybe.
Yeah. And he probably took that Travion Williams spot.
Yeah, he got signed to a 2-way deal, I believe, this morning.
Did he? Okay, I didn't see that. So yeah, I mean, he's like that's the guy. If I had to pick one guy that I was surprised with and loved to watch was Cabangeli. Good rim runner, decent on defense, decent passer. Fun to watch out there.
Yeah.
I was also hoping that I know it was a late addition to the summer league roster, but Justin Jackson, he put up a couple good games there. It was fun to watch him. Good shooter, another guy off the bench, potentially another end of bench guy. I was surprised when the C's added him to their roster because he feels pretty old.
Yeah, I feel like he's been in the league a while, but no, he's another guy. Like, it's just he's got that kind of body type, like you said, can shoot a little bit. He's that wing, so it's just kind of a nice guy to add because he's not going to be just a nice guy as a backup. You know, you never too many backup wings, especially around that height. I believe he's about 6'8", 6'9" or so.
Yeah, I think he's at least 6'7".
Yeah, he's a pretty big guy. I do think that going into the summer league, I was really hoping we could find maybe that third center. Cabangeli, because he's on 2-way, I believe he can only he can't play very many games for us.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously he's not going to be the third center. It looks like we're just rolling with Cornette as the third center as of right now, which is okay. Cabangeli was one of the guys that really impressed me. He had some, I believe he did lead the league in blocks. I thought I saw that today.
I was looking at NBA.com.
Yeah, the stats were impossible to sort. I was looking earlier. But, you know, he's got a lot of plays with high energy. He's a guy that can shoot a little bit, and maybe not your typical 5, maybe a little bit on the smaller side. But, you know, I think he played really well. He definitely earned that 2-way spot. J.D. Davidson, I think, was a big surprise. I did not expect him to be as good as a passer as he showed.
Yeah,
he averaged 8.2. He averaged 8.2 assists, I believe, over these series, which is the most for a Celtics player in summer league history.
Lovely.
And I think when we looked at his stats, he only averaged 4.3 last year at Alabama. So, you know, he didn't really put up impressive numbers. He got shot 46% from 3, 46% from the field, 30% from 3. But he looked really good. Like, I was really impressed with what I saw out of him. His shooting still has a long way to go, but I'm confident that he's at least good enough that he can provide like some valuable minutes in the future. I think being in Maine's gonna be super helpful for him because he'll be able to, you know, maybe work on some of those more offensive skills that we talked about. But he really impressed me as a passer. I think as a defender, I think he's gonna be a guy that's gonna be able to kind of hold his own defensively. He's got good size. I think he even like fits kind of the identity better than, say, like a Pritchard. We love Pritchard, obviously. I'm not saying he's anywhere near the talent level Pritchard is, but just like the way he plays is more aligned to the guards we already have on our team.
Exactly. Yeah. No, you're spot on. I mean, in a year from now, rolling out Marcus, Derek Brogdon, and JD on the back end to fill in some point guard minutes. There's no letdown on the defensive end in that situation.
I mean, at the very worst, like I think he just kind of helps his trade value. Like he played out of it. I think he played better than anyone expected.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
in the summer league,
51st pick, 41st pick.
Yeah, I think he's being looked at. I think it was 51st.
51st, yeah.
Yeah. He's being looked at, I think, a little bit more favorably. I obviously don't think he's gonna be one of those guys that's gonna like flip immediately for like a protected first round pick, but a little bit of value never hurt anyone.
Right.
And hopefully he continues to develop in Maine. I really need to catch a game or two this year to be able to watch him. I know I said I was going to last year and didn't. Hopefully I'll be a little closer to the area so I can catch a couple more games. But no, that's something I'm super excited to watch these guys, and hopefully some of these guys can wind up playing significant minutes. Matt Ryan, he only played 2 games, but he looked really good in those 2 games that he played.
Yeah, good shooter.
Yeah, he shot the ball extremely well. I think he shot 52% from 3. I think he averaged 19 points in those 2 games. Hauser only played 2 games. He looked really bad one game. He looked pretty good the second game.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a ton of takeaways from that. But Garin, he's one where he has all the physical tools, but yeah, he still looks like he's maybe like a year away from at least from being a real sort of anything.
Yeah, my expectations were tempered on him. I was really hoping to see him flying around, and I mean he was flying around, but I mean it wasn't.
Yeah, it's the one he does.
It just wasn't great basketball.
Yeah, no, he's kind of got a little bit loose cannon in him, just kind of is everywhere, which is nice sometimes. But at the same time, it's like sometimes he's not in the right place. I'm not doing the right thing. He hasn't really shown much improvement to his shot, it looks like. So, I don't know what his situation is this year. I'm not sure if he is going to be – they haven't signed him to anything. I don't know if he's coming over. I'd imagine they want him to come over like within this year or next year. It seems like this year would be the best opportunity for him to come over, seeing how we have all these open spots, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Looking like another project, and if the Celtics history proves anything, then they're not the best at projects.
Yeah, for sure. It wouldn't be bad. I know. I wouldn't mind him like signing him to a deal, like a 1-year deal or a 2-year deal, and then optioning him down to Maine for most this year.
Mm-hmm. There is only a couple. They only get 2 or 3 2-way deals. So.
They only get 2 2-ways, but you can still send guys down even if they're on standard contracts. Robert Williams played for the Red Claws. Neesmith was down there for a little bit last year. Yeah. I don't know exactly how that works. If there's only a certain amount of time they can spend down there, but that'd be something I wouldn't mind looking at with some of those guys.
Right.
And I don't know about Yam. I know Yam is playing with Team Israel right now. I don't know if he has any plans coming over. I haven't really heard much on that front.
Nothing.
But I don't know. Hopefully that stuff gets figured out. We still need to fill out a roster. I believe we still have 2 more spots left now. And there are 2 standard contracts we have left.
At least 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, I was thinking 2, maybe 3. So yeah, that's something we're going to look at in a little bit. Anyone else really impress you from the summer league? I know you kind of mentioned that. It seemed like you had someone on your mind.
Yeah, Keegan Murray from
Iowa.
From Iowa, playing for Sacramento. I mean, the guy. Did you end up seeing that post-draft photo of Chet, Paolo, Jabari, and Jaden Ivey? They did.
What was that?
There was a post-draft photo of the number 1, the number 2, the number 3, and the number 5 pick.
Oh, they left him out because he kind of. I mean, surprise pick at 4.
Yeah, but he was the nation's leading scorer. Like,
Yeah, but I mean that only means so much. I guess like it's different because he did play for a Power 5, but there's so many times the nation's leading scorer is a guy that's washed out in a year or doesn't even make the NBA. Yeah. I guess it is a little different. I was playing for a Power 5, although it's not one of the like elite.
No, but I mean, I think Iowa won Iowa won a share of the Big Ten with Wisconsin last year.
Yeah. They're definitely a good team. Like,
yeah, they're consistently they're a basketball school, not a football school for sure. Anymore.
Very funny, but
yeah. He was my favorite guy to watch there in the summer league. I was high on Cam Thomas for Brooklyn. He played really well.
I was going to mention him.
I was high on Cam Thomas last year. He made it onto my dynasty roster on the initial dynasty draft, but then I cut his ass because he didn't really play that much. But
no, I mean he could be the man in Brooklyn if Kyrie and KD are sitting out. It's gonna be him and TJ Warren show.
That would be so much fun. Those are two of my underdog favorite players in the NBA.
Yeah,
love TJ Warren.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with him. Do you see his kind of reaction when they made the comment about Steve Nash and about how they want him to be more aggressive? It looked like he was kind of like rolled his eyes a little bit at him.
More aggressive. If TJ Warren is anything, it's aggressive in scoring.
No, it's Cam Thomas.
Oh, Cam
He's
Thomas.
Talking about how he's happy seeing him more aggressive and like facilitating more in the summer league. And
that's what happens when you're not standing next to Kyrie and Kevin Durant, two of the best isolation basketball players in the history of the game.
Well, he kind of rolled his eyes, I guess, about the Steve Nash coaching comment about how his coach wants to see that more out of him. I think the Nets are pretty tired of Steve Nash. I think they really just did it to please KD.
Yeah,
and they're already really regretting it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I would love to see the drama that's going to unfold with that team this year.
Definitely.
It'll be interesting to see. Hopefully they go west. Hopefully it makes the East a little bit easier. We already have that dogfight. Miami is going to be trying to get some top players. They're probably not done. The Bucks are going to be good with having their squad back.
And Philly with Harden taking a pay cut to sign another mid-level guy.
Yeah. I mean, that could be a huge, depending on who they get. We always seem to strike out our mid-level guys, but
right.
No, very excited for this year. I feel like we have a little bit of a gap before preseason. When's preseason? Like middle of August? I haven't looked at it.
I think it's after the Hall of Fame game, which is August 4th. The first preseason football game.
Okay, so sometime around there,
yeah,
probably. So probably like I said, around mid-August we'll see these guys.
Mm-hmm.
We'll obviously keep you updated with news. Anything else?
NBA wise, I mean the Ayton deal, the largest, the largest qualifying tender in elite. What is it? Offer sheet in league history. 133 million.
Like I don't know why if they were gonna match that max deal, why they wouldn't just sign him to a similar deal when they had him. Now he's just like pissed off. I don't think he wants to play for them.
No.
But I don't know why more teams don't do that like Indiana does. Just like force their hand. Obviously, they want a good player. It seems like a lot of teams just know they're going to match. It's like at the very worst, though, you're going to like force them to make a decision, and you're going to kind of handcuff another team.
Yeah.
Like now the Suns can't do anything about or can't acquire KD.
Yeah, they can't get KD. They can't really get much value for Cam Johnson or who else? What was their other? Mikal Bridges, if they ended up moving him, like they're gonna have to sign those guys next year. Like,
yeah, they're in a weird spot. I don't know why you would just not sign him that entire year if you're just gonna match.
Right.
It wasn't like he signed like a way well below, like they got him for a steal. Like it was the most the Pacers could give him, which I believe is less than what the Suns could give him, but still, it's like close enough to the max where I don't know why you just wouldn't offer him the max to keep him happy. Now he's gonna be upset. It seems like he doesn't really have that dog in him. If we saw anything from the playoff last year, I think Monty Williams called him out a little bit about he just like didn't want to play in that game 7.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked Ayton that previous playoffs when they were doing really well, but I don't know. He didn't impress me very much with the way he looked like he didn't really have like quite the fight like I thought he was going to.
No, it was really underwhelming. I mean, this guy's the number 1 overall pick in a class where he's overshadowed by 2 other players at least, and you're exactly right. There was no dog in him to like prove to anybody that he was the number 1 overall pick. Like there was no emphasis from him on.
He felt like he took a real leap in the playoffs not this past season, but the season prior to that when the Suns made the finals.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't feel like I saw really any growth out of him. And I don't know, it just seems like running a team. I mean, it might work, but it seems like just running the same team back over and over again with no real adjustments. Like, I don't think they've signed anyone new, have they?
I am trying to think.
They lost JaVale, like who's their backup center, who's great. Like if you have him in your backup center, that's great.
Yeah.
So I really can't think of anyone they've signed this year. I'm probably forgetting someone, but it just seems like running it back with the same squad that did like unless you've won, like it doesn't really seem like it's very.
I mean, Chris
Paul
Paul
had a bunch of injuries, which they really didn't. They didn't have like a ton of injuries.
No. I mean, Chris Paul's hurt and he's getting older. They're not getting better. I mean, now Ayton's miffed at the whole organization. Devin Booker has always felt like he's needed a little bit more help, I mean, or at least the league has thought that Devin Booker needs more help, like.
Yeah, I still know. They're in a weird situation.
Yeah, and then you, again, like I said, handcuff next year because you've got guys like Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges on a contract year looking to show out, and they're most likely traded at the deadline or gone after the year,
they'll probably their best case scenario is they're able to sign and trade them because I don't think they'll be able to like afford to sign that many more guys for the war, especially Mikal. Like he's gonna be asking for quite a bit, I imagine. I don't know if they'll be able to fork that up or if they want to fork that up.
I mean, you got to think that Mikal Bridges' top 3 defensive player of the year is going to be looking at Jalen Brunson money. 20 years.
He's no scrub on the offensive side of the ball either. So I mean, he's a guy that's going to demand a decent paycheck. So
yeah,
no, it'll be interesting to see what they wind up doing. But I don't know. Do you have anything else? That's all I can think of.
I'm trying to think of other NBA news.
Drawing a blank.
Jaylen Brown, Kanye were.
I don't know if I like that very much.
I like that a lot.
I don't know. Kanye has bad vibes now.
Oh no,
he's gone off the deep end. I know Rick's gonna. If Rick listens to this, he won't be very happy. Speaking of, I think we should get him on for a little Red Sox thing. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, a little All-Star break. We can recap the All-Star break next weekend.
Yeah, I need to start watching baseball. I know the Red Sox are doing better. They're doing bad now. They're on a little bit of a slide, but
yeah, they're bad now. Yeah. And Chris Sale just broke his finger on his season.
Chris Sale's always injured.
Yeah, I mean,
he really surprised me at all.
This was his second start after TJ and the rib surgery.
Yeah, I mean, when you're 6'4", 180 pounds, like that's what's gonna happen. Like,
right.
I guess it's broken. I mean, it's a broken finger, like. But still, I don't know. When you're that frail, it just seems like you're way more prone to those injuries when you're that long and tall and skinny.
Right.
But
sucks for Sale though.
Yeah, but I don't know. I didn't really like that deal in the first place. I was like, he's already injury prone. I get that you're paying the guy because he helped you win the 2018 championship, but you're already paying a guy that's injury prone. He's on like the wrong side of 30. I don't really love it, and it has not worked out at all.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that negative on it, but I can see where you're coming from. He is on the right side.
I was especially pissed when they then turned around and didn't pay Mookie.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what really upset me about that contract in particular. That and Eovaldi's, like I like Eovaldi, but that felt like it was a little bit of an overpay at the time.
Matt Barnes.
And it just then once again we didn't decide to pay one of the greatest players of the generation, but. I guess there's no going back now. But
and Bogarts is gone at the end of the season.
Dude, that's going to upset me so much. I love Bogarts.
I know. And if he gets traded, then there'll be a massive chance that I don't watch the Red Sox anymore.
It's going to be tough because I think if Bogarts is gone, I think Devers is going to be gone too. I think Devers isn't going to want to stay unless they're willing to pay Devers like top dollar. I don't think they will.
I mean, you just saw the deal that Juan Soto turned.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
just turning out $440 million.
Yeah. So I don't see how you can turn that down. But
the Dodgers, I'm sure, are going to be willing to pay him.
Oh yeah, they'll pay him. Dodgers are the Yankees.
They'll fork it up.
Yep.
But I think they're looking to trade him now, which is, I mean. I guess it makes sense. Nationals aren't really competing. You might as well trade them if you're.
And they won't compete for a while.
It's just wild. Like baseball, like I understand like free market and the players will never sign off on like having salary caps on things, but I feel like there needs to be some evening out. Like some guys are getting paid like diddly squat, and then you have other guys that are like getting paid what 30-something million a year over like a 12-year contract, and they never work out well for the team.
No. I
So
mean,
I don't know.
guys like Tatis signed a 300 plus 12-year, 10-year or 12-year deal. I mean Bryce Harper signed a 10-year deal in Philly. Manny Machado signed a 9-year deal in San Diego.
Yeah, they just never seem to work out. And like I don't know, I get that you need to get them for those first 6 or 7 years, and that's why you're paying them for the last 3 because if you're not going to do it, another team will.
Right.
But it's just I don't know. It just doesn't seem worth it to me a lot of times on those contracts. I'd rather sign one of those. I'd rather just like fork up like $40 million for like or like $120 million for like a 3-year deal, just like short. Get a ton of money for 3 years. I get your prime, but I mean
that's what Scherzer did. He signed what was it? I think it was a 2-year $80 million.
Yeah, I mean that's how I do it. Like if I was a GM, like I would just obviously it's more expensive for the time being, but I think you have a lot more flexibility, which I think really matters the most, especially if you start going downhill.
Right.
A lot of people are going to want to be a lot of people willing to trade for that contract if it only has like 1 or 2 years left on it.
Definitely.
But
there's so much that could be fixed about baseball if just like 10 people sat down, 10 people that care about baseball sat down and like hashed it out for 2 hours.
Yeah. But a lot of it's player union stuff too, and like I get why they don't want to put caps on how much they can make, and they want to have like financial security. But
that has absolutely nothing to do with it, though. Like there doesn't need to be rule changes. There don't need to be exclusive Apple TV rights to games.
Oh yeah, that stuff's terrible. Yeah, that's stupid when I try and turn on a game and it's like only stream on like Apple or Amazon.
Yeah, I mean the Prospects game was on Friday night. And it's a Friday night. People are going to be out, obviously. Why not have it on ESPN? Everybody at the bar can watch it. Then you get your casual fans to see. Oh, look! I got my team's got a prospect pitching right now. Like,
and that's what's going to suck is it's going to be more and more like that because it's all about the dollar, and they're going to be doing these contracts. So it's like you're going to need Amazon, you're going to need Apple TV, you're going to need YouTube TV, Hulu. Like you're going to need all these things. They're all going to have contracts MLB that they get so many games a year, and it's going to suck because it's just going to turn into like cable again.
Right.
But okay, well, I think that's all we got.
Yeah,
it's a good pod.
Yeah, did you see anything fun lately? Did you watch anything?
No, I'm kind of just gonna be waiting for a little bit before I watch anything else.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Nope to come out next Friday.
Yeah, I might watch that. That actually does look pretty good.
Yeah, so maybe I work Friday to Saturday next week, but maybe in 2 weeks we'll have a review for Nope.
Okay, sounds good, pal.
Alrighty.
Okay, peace.
Yeah.